Hi, I'm Tamar Schwarzbard, and I am head of new media at the Israel Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And as I'm sure you guys can imagine, I spend quite a lot of time online. Now, I can tell you that as a young Jewish woman, not a day goes by where I'm not exposed to really disgusting anti-Semitic comments. Now, that anti-Semitic content online ranges from, threats against Jews to, anti-Semitic tropes peddled by even celebrities who have hundreds of thousands of followers. And unfortunately, of course, Holocaust denial. Now, this is something that should really disturb every human being who even has, a shred of integrity. But I can tell you, as the granddaughter of 4 Holocaust survivors who heard, the stories of how their families were murdered and how they survived the concentration camps, it is completely unbelievable to me that 70 years after the Holocaust, people are denying that this happened and that people are still sharing the same kind of propaganda against Jews that the Nazis, shared in the 30s and 40s. So the question is, what can we do as a society? Now, I can tell you that the concept of the Holocaust, the concept of, sending 6 million men, women, and children to their deaths is something that is beyond human comprehension. But I can also tell you that there is a really simple lesson that we can take from the Holocaust. That lesson is, it starts with words, right? These kind of atrocities don't happen, in a vacuum. It happens with statements that people make to dehumanize Jews and to dehumanize, some of the most vulnerable parts of society. So on this International Holocaust Remembrance Day, I want to remind you of, a Jewish phrase that I think really drives the importance of words home. The phrase is, "B'makom she'en ish, hishtadel liot ish," okay? In a place where there are no men, try to be a man or woman, okay? And what that means is that before you tweet something or compose, some kind of a social media content or press the button, think about the influence and the consequences that your words can have. And in addition to that, when you see evil, fight it, okay? That can be, reporting content that you see online to different, social media platforms. And that can be just responding with a simple comment that speaks out against, the type of materials that target Jews and other vulnerable groups online. Because, I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper, and we are all each other's keepers. And if we don't stand up against this hateful and really disturbing kind of content that's being shared online, who's to say that anyone else will? So I hope, you take this message with you leading into International Holocaust Remembrance Day. And I hope you remember that you are your brother's keeper.